Hello and welcome to Little Antique Me. My name is Elizabeth and today I'm here with a very fast tutorial video on how I created my mermaid look. I was contacted by Valerie from Titania's wardrobe and she asked if I would be willing to recreate a vintage mermaid look inspired by her Vintage Mermaid Crown, and I was super excited. She used vintage clip-on earrings and brooches and stuff to create it, and I just think it's fantastic. So here is the look I created based on this crown. Here we go. To start, I went ahead and applied my primer all over my face because I wanted to make sure my makeup was going to stay nice and bright. After I applied that, I used a pair of my thigh-high fishnet stockings that kind of have a bit of a hole in them, so it works out great. And then I used some white eyeshadow primer and just kind of tapped that into the holes to create my mermaid scales. For the color, I'm using my Essence Fairy Wings and Magical Things palette. I'm using Mermazing to add a dark teal with slight sparkle color first. I started with a brush and then I ended up just using my finger because, well, it just was easier. Next I went in with this lighter teal color and again also just kind of patted that on top and then removed the stocking to show my scales. I also went over it with just a little more without the stocking on to create more depth and color. Next I went ahead and added that same primer onto my eyelids and smoothed it out. And then went back in with Mermazing and I put that all over my eyelids because I liked the darkness of it. And so once I had that all nice and smooth, I went back in with the lighter teal and kind of brushed over top of it and into the corner. I also decided to add a little bit of this lighter purple color just to the middle of my eyelids to kind of add a little bit of a difference. Of course, this has all been kind of trial and error. Next, I went in with my darker purple and added it as eyeliner, and then also kind of to add depth around the top of the teal. I also decided to go a little crazy and added that dark purple into my eyebrows to fill them out and to add a little purple into the scales as well. And again, purple on this eyebrow to add some depth and shape to my eyebrows. After that was done, I went in with some shimmer and added it to my cheeks, onto the scales, across my nose, across the other cheek, just to add some nice mermaidy shimmery look to it. Once that was complete, I went in with a little mascara. I'm using my Essence False Lash Mascara. I then decided that I needed a little shimmer on my eyelids as well, so I went ahead back with that same shimmer and just kind of patted it onto my eyelids. And a little bit more mascara. Last but not least, we have our lips. I'm using my Lip Sense in Sassy Z. Applied 3 layers of this, and then I actually tapped some of that shimmer onto it as well to add a little bit of a shimmer to the color itself. Okay, on to the hair. I fishtail braided one of my wefts, so what I did was I sectioned out the front and I went ahead and pinned one side back so that it would give the look as if my hair was braided into the hair weft. Once that was on, I went ahead and pinned my hair weft to the top of my head. There was no rhyme or reason about how I did this. I was just kind of winging it as I went. Initially I was going to make it into a braid in the front, but it didn't quite look right. So we swapped it up. I take my front section, back comb it with my smoothing brush, and smooth it over the hair weft to blend it in, and then went ahead and pinned that onto the back. I repeated the same process on this side, so I back combed it a little bit and smoothed it over the hair weft to create a nice pompadour, pump in the front, and also to cover that top of that hair weft. Once that was all how I wanted it, I went ahead and just pinned any loose ones across the back underneath the hair weft to kind of hide them. Next, I'm taking the hair weft and I'm just going to pin it however I think looks best onto the back of my head. Last but certainly not least, I added my crown from Titania's wardrobe, and that completed the look.